Hello everyone, I'm Becky Goldsmith and I'd like to introduce you to the newest book that Linda and I have written. It's called Wool Applique, The Piece of Cake Way. We think you're really going to like this book, and it began with Linda. She wanted to make this quilt. This is simply delicious. Some of you will remember that it was our second block of the month. And Linda wanted to make a version in wool. And when she started this, she looked for instructions on how to applique with wool and couldn't find any that helped her with this project. What she wanted to do was use wool the way that you would regular fabric, in that the emphasis would be on the applique shapes and not on heavy embroidery stitching around the edges of the wool. Now, why wool? Wool is a lovely, sumptuous fabric that has a lovely texture, a thick, rich, fuzzy texture. The colors are deep and wonderful. Often wool is hand-dyed, so you get a nice movement of color inside the fabric itself. It's beautiful when combined with woven cottons and woven linens, whether they are solids or prints. And that's the kind of applique Linda was wanting to do. So in this quilt, she used wool applique shapes on top of batiks. Once she finished this and realized that she had information that others would like to have, we decided to write a book. So we got together and worked through the different things that we thought other quilters would want to know. So inside the book you'll find information on the supplies that we used. They are similar to, but slightly different from, regular applique supplies. We've got information on the different kinds of wool that are on the market, because there's a difference between felted wool and wool felt. And there are differences between even the different felted wools. It's important that you know what to look for. A nice, tightly felted piece of fabric is going to be easier to applique than one that's loose and frays at the edges. We also included information on woven cottons and linens. And then there's a great deal of information on how you prepare to stitch, the kinds of things you need to have ready. So for instance, what we found out was that it's a good idea to fuse the wool shapes to your block. It not only helps hold the wool in place, but it adds stability to the outer edge of the wool applique shapes. Of the fusibles on the market, we found that Soft Fuse was the one that we preferred, and you can find that on the website. We talk about different threads that you can use. We lean toward wool thread and pearl cotton, the number 16 or number 12 pearl cotton. We talk about design and audition and how to prepare your backgrounds and your templates. This information is similar to the same way that we would prepare any block for hand applique. We included information on how to stitch felted wool. The stitch that we found to be most useful is a blanket stitch. And we've got the drawings for that in the book. And we paid particular attention to how you stitch outer points and inner points and outer curves and inner curves, because the technique is similar but shifts a little bit at those places. We also have information on how to use the stitches with attitude on the cotton fabric that you might combine with your wool applique stitches. These are stitches made with pearl cotton, where you turn the edge under still with your needle so you have a nice finished edge on the applique, but a more visible stitch. It combines very nicely with the wool applique. there's more on finishing the quilt and your bindings and pipings, and then you get to the projects. And these projects are really fun. In general, they're not overly large. Most of them are wall quilts. There's one that is a foot warmer for the end of your bed. There's another quilt in here that's throw size. But in general, these are intended to be small wall quilts. And we've got some practical pieces too. This is a zippered pouch that's got wool wool applique on it. I love this thing. It's my favorite zippered pouch these days. And we've got pin cushions in here somewhere. There we go. And small quilts and pillows. And there's a beautiful table runner. And this cute little piece right here. It's long and skinny. It would look really pretty like over a door or in a place where you need something long and skinny to show. And this is a more traditional applique block set in a more traditional arrangement. But what makes it really fun are the solid felted wools combined with the prints. And while it's beautiful in red and green, this would be pretty in many, many other colors. And Linda did this fun thing. She made two of these to frame, and it's on felted wool. The background is felted wool with the felted wool applique and yo-yos, cotton yo-yos for the basket. Really cute. And then this piece, this is the largest of the quilts in the book, and it would be more throw sized. It's got a combination of wool and cotton fabrics in the applique set on cotton background fabrics, pieced with cotton. So there's lots in the book. At the back you'll find the full-size pages with the patterns printed on them. And as it says on the front, there are 12 completely cheerful projects inside this book. It is full of excellent instruction, and Linda and I think you are going to really enjoy adding wool to your applique. So may you have many happy stitches. Thanks for watching.